Asking for help.
Hey, I'm really struggling with this project at work. I can't seem to get the data analysis right. Could you help me out?
Of course, I'd be happy to help. What specifically are you finding challenging?
I'm having trouble with the statistical software. I can't figure out how to run the correct tests for our dataset.
I see. Have you tried using the Advanced Analytics module? It simplifies complex data tasks. I can show you how to use it.
I haven't tried that yet. That would be really helpful, thanks. I'm also not sure if I'm interpreting the data correctly.
Let's go through it together. Once we run the right tests, we can review the results and see what they mean for your project.
That sounds great. I really appreciate your help. I've been feeling quite overwhelmed with this.
No problem at all. We all need a bit of help sometimes. Let's find a time to sit down and work through it together.
Thank you so much. This means a lot to me.
You're welcome. We'll get it sorted out. Just let me know when you're free.
Set off, start a journey or cause something to start.
Hey, I heard you're planning to set off on a road trip this weekend. Exciting.
Yes, I can't wait to set off on this adventure. I've been looking forward to it for weeks.
Have you planned your route and stops along the way?
I have a rough plan, but I'm open to spontaneous detours. That's what makes road trips fun.
True, the unexpected can add a lot of excitement. Just remember to set off early to make the most of your trip.
I'm setting off at dawn to maximize daylight hours. Safety first.
Smart move. And don't forget to set off with a well-maintained vehicle. A breakdown could really disrupt your plans.
My car's been checked and is ready to set off without a hitch. I'm prepared for any curveballs.
That's the spirit. I hope you set off on a fantastic journey, creating memories along the way.
Thanks. I can't wait to set off and explore new places. I'll be sure to share some photos and stories when I return.
Looking forward to hearing about your adventures when you set off and return. Have a great trip.
That's interesting.
Hey, did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I read it in a book last night. They use 2 of their hearts to pump blood to their gills, and 1 to pump blood to the rest of their body.
I didn't know that. Nature is full of fascinating facts.
Absolutely. And here's another one: honey never spoils. Archaeologists have even found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible.
That's really cool. I guess honey is the ultimate natural preservative.
It seems that way. Nature has its own way of preserving things.
It's amazing how much we can learn from the world around us.
Agreed. There's always something new and interesting to discover.
Interior design.
Hi, I'm looking for some guidance on interior design for my new apartment. I'm aiming for a modern yet cozy feel. Any ideas?
Hello. I'd be delighted to help. For a modern and cozy blend, we can focus on clean lines but with warm, inviting colors. How do you feel about neutral tones with colorful accents?
I like that idea. I prefer minimalism but don't want the space to feel cold or sterile.
Understood. We could go with a monochromatic base and add warmth through textured fabrics like wool or velvet. Adding plants can also bring life and warmth.
Sounds good. What about lighting?
Layered lighting is key. A combination of overhead, ambient, and task lighting can really enhance the warmth of a room. We can also play with different lamp designs to complement the modern aesthetic.
Great suggestions. I'd also need some advice on furniture selection.
Of course. Let's choose pieces that are sleek but comfortable, keeping the color palette in mind. We can start with the main pieces, and then add accessories.
That sounds perfect. Thank you for the ideas. I'm excited to see how it all comes together.
Hotel reservations.
Hello, I need to make a reservation for a hotel room. I'm planning a trip next month.
Certainly. What dates are you looking at, and do you have any specific requirements for the room?
I'm looking at the 15th to the 20th of next month. I need a room for two, preferably with a nice view and a king-sized bed.
Let me check our availability. Yes, we have a deluxe room available with a king-sized bed and a city view. Would you like me to book that?
That sounds perfect. Does the room come with breakfast?
Yes, it includes a complimentary breakfast for two. Would you also be needing airport shuttle service?
Yes, please. That would be very convenient. How much will the total cost be?
With the shuttle service included, your total comes to total amount. Shall I confirm the booking?
Yes, please go ahead. And could you email me the booking confirmation?
Absolutely. I'll send it right away. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
That's all for now. Thank you for your help.
Be right back.
Hey, I need to step out for a moment. Be right back.
No problem. Take your time. I'll be here.
Thanks, it won't be long.
Sure thing. I'll hold the fort.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting.
Welcome back. Everything all right?
Yeah, just had to grab something from the car.
Got it. No worries.
Thanks for your understanding.
Of course. Anytime you need to step away, don't hesitate.
I appreciate it. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Sounds good. Let's get back to it.
How stunning is the weather today?
How stunning is the weather today?
Absolutely. It's perfect, sunny and not too hot.
I couldn't have asked for a better day to be outdoors.
Yeah, we should make the most of it. Any plans?
I was thinking of going for a hike or maybe a picnic in the park. How about you?
That sounds great. I was considering a bike ride along the river.
Perfect. We can do our own things and meet up later for dinner.
Sounds like a plan. Let's enjoy this beautiful day while it lasts.
Agreed. The weather like this is so invigorating.
It really is. Well, I'll go grab my bike, and you get your hiking gear. See you in a bit.
Can't wait. See you soon.
Boarding.
Excuse me, is this the boarding line for Flight 456 to New York?
Yes, it is. We're about to start boarding. Do you have your boarding pass and ID ready?
Yes, here they are. I'm in Group 3. Are they boarding now?
We're currently boarding Group 2, but it won't be long before we call Group 3. You're just in time.
Great, thanks. Is the flight on schedule?
Yes, we're right on time. The estimated flight duration is 5 hours. Please ensure your carry-on luggage fits in the overhead compartment.
Got it. Will a meal be served on this flight?
Yes, a meal will be served, and there are vegetarian options available. Please let the flight attendant know your preference once you're on board.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
You're welcome. Have a pleasant flight.
Cut out. Remove something by cutting or eliminate it.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something.
I've been trying to eat healthier lately, but it's tough with all the junk food around.
I know what you mean. It's hard to cut out those tempting snacks.
Exactly. I'm trying to cut out sugary drinks and replace them with water.
That's a good choice. Cutting out excessive sugar can make a big difference in your health.
I hope so. I also need to cut out some of the processed foods from my diet.
It's a wise move. Cutting out processed foods can help you consume more natural and nutritious options.
And I need to cut out my late-night snacking habit. It's a real challenge.
Late-night snacking can be tough to cut out, but it's a step toward healthier eating.
I've already cut out fast food from my routine. It's been hard, but I feel better for it.
That's fantastic progress. Cutting out fast food can have a positive impact on your overall well-being.
Thanks for the encouragement. It's a journey, but I'm committed to cutting out the bad habits.
You're on the right path. Cutting out the unhealthy choices is a great way to improve your health.
Introducing yourself and others.
Hi, I'm Alex. I just joined the marketing team last week.
Nice to meet you, Alex. I'm Jordan, part of the design team. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Jordan. I'm really excited to be here. Are you working on any interesting projects?
Currently, we're revamping the website. Speaking of which, let me introduce you to Sam, our lead web designer. Sam, this is Alex, our new marketing colleague.
Hi, Alex. Great to have you with us. If you need any input on the website from a marketing perspective, feel free to reach out.
Definitely, I'd love to collaborate. Thanks, Sam. And thank you, Jordan, for the introduction.
No problem. If you have any questions or need help getting around, just let me know.
Asking and giving instructions.
Hey, I'm having trouble with the new software update. Can you show me how to navigate it?
Sure, Furs. You need to log in with your new credentials. Have you set those up yet?
Yes, I've done that part. What's next?
Great. Now, on the main screen, click the settings icon in the top right corner.
Okay, I see it. Clicked on it. What's next?
In the drop-down menu, select Account Preferences. That's where you can customize your settings.
Got it. And how do I update my notification preferences?
Scroll down to Notifications. There, you can adjust your preferences for email and app alerts.
That seems straightforward. Thanks for walking me through it.
No problem. Let me know if you need help with anything else.
Watch out, be cautious or alert about a potential danger.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make.
Have you heard about the recent increase in car thefts in our neighborhood?
Yeah, it's been in the news. We really need to watch out and be extra cautious.
Absolutely. I've started locking my car even when it's in the driveway.
Good call. I heard they've been targeting unlocked cars lately.
And it's not just cars. People need to watch out for their bicycles, too. They've been stolen from driveways and garages.
That's concerning. I'll make sure to secure my bike better. Any other tips to watch out for?
Well, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your surroundings, especially at night. Walking alone in poorly lit areas can be risky.
Right, I'll watch out for that. I might also get a security system for the house.
That's a smart move. It can help you watch out for any suspicious activity.
Thanks for the advice. We should all watch out for our safety and our neighbors.
Definitely. It's all about looking out for one another in the community.
It's a long story.
Hey, why were you absent from the meeting yesterday?
It's a long story. I had some unexpected family matters to attend to.
I hope everything is okay with your family. Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks, but it's a personal issue, and we're working through it.
All right, no need to share if you're not comfortable. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I appreciate that. Your understanding means a lot to me.
Of course, we're here to support each other.
Thanks. I'll catch up on what I missed in the meeting and get back on track.
Take your time. Family comes first.
Indeed, and I'll be back on track soon.
Break in, enter a building or interrupt a conversation.
Did you hear about the break-in at the convenience store down the street?
Yeah, I read about it in the news. Someone actually managed to break in overnight.
That's right. They broke in through the back door and made off with a lot of cash and merchandise.
That's terrible. I hope the security cameras captured something useful.
They did, so the police are reviewing the footage to identify the culprits.
I hope they catch them soon. It's unsettling to think about a break-in so close to home.
Agreed. It's a stark reminder to double-check our own security measures. Do you have a security system?
Yes, we have one, but it's always a good idea to review and potentially upgrade it.
You're right. It's better to be proactive and prevent any potential break-ins.
Definitely. And speaking of break-ins, sorry to break in on your conversation earlier. What were you saying about the weekend plans?
No worries at all. I was just mentioning that we're planning a picnic at the park if you and your family want to join us.
Thanks for the invite. We'd love to break in on the picnic fun with you guys.
That's so frustrating.
Have you heard about the new policy at work? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's been the talk of the office. I agree. It's really annoying.
I can't believe they implemented it without asking for our input.
I know. It's like they didn't consider how it would affect us. On a brighter note, did you see the news about the team winning the championship?
Oh, that's wonderful. It's been ages since we last won.
I know. It's such an exciting moment for the team and the fans.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the celebration.
It's going to be a blast. Let's make sure to attend.
Definitely. It's a well-deserved victory.
Room service.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't get.
Hello, room service? I'd like to order some dinner to my room, please.
Certainly. What can I get for you this evening?
I'm in the mood for something light. What do you recommend?
Our Caesar salad is quite popular, and for something light yet flavorful, our grilled salmon is excellent. Would you like to try either of those?
The grilled salmon sounds good. Can I have it with a side of steamed vegetables?
Absolutely. Grilled salmon with steamed vegetables. Would you like to add a drink to your order?
Yes, could I have a bottle of sparkling water, please?
Of course. 1 bottle of sparkling water. Will there be anything else?
That's all, thank you. How long will it take for the order to arrive?
It should be up to your room within 30 minutes. Is there a specific time you'd like it delivered?
No, 30 minutes is perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll notify you once your order is on the way. Enjoy your meal.
Don't forget to buy milk.
Hey, I'm heading out to run some errands.
Oh, great! While you're out, don't forget to buy milk, please.
Sure, I've got it on the list. Anything else you need from the store?
No, just the milk for now. Thanks.
No problem. I'll grab it on my way back.
Thanks. We ran out this morning, and I need it for tomorrow's breakfast.
Got it. I'll make sure to pick up a fresh carton.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. It's a big help.
Happy to help. I'll be back in a bit.
All right. See you soon.
Take on, accept a responsibility or challenge.
I heard you're in line to take on a new project at work. How do you feel about it?
I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. It's a big project, and taking it on means a lot of responsibility.
I can understand why you might feel that way, but I also know you're well prepared to take on such challenges.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I'm determined to take it on and prove myself.
That's the spirit. What made you decide to take on this project in the first place?
Well, I believe it's a great opportunity to learn and grow in my role. Plus, I'm ready to take on more responsibility in my career.
It's a smart move. Taking on challenging projects is often the best way to advance professionally.
I agree. It's a chance to take on new skills and show what I'm capable of.
Just remember, you're not alone. If you ever need support or guidance, you can count on your team to help you take on this project successfully.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm feeling more confident about taking it on now.
You've got this. I have no doubt you'll excel when you take on this new responsibility.
Hold on, wait or hold something tightly.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Hey, I'm running a bit late. Can you hold on for a few minutes?
Sure, no problem. I'll hold on and wait for you.
Thanks. I'll be there as soon as I can. Just hold on a little longer.
Take your time. I can hold on for a while. I'll find something to do in the meantime.
I appreciate you holding on for me. I won't be much longer.
No worries, I understand. Just let me know when you're close, and I'll be ready.
I'm on my way. Hold on for just a few more minutes.
I'm still here, holding on. Don't rush, though. Safety first.
Thanks for understanding. I'll see you soon.
Take your time and drive safely. I'll hold on until you arrive.
I'm almost there. You can stop holding on now.
Great. I'll see you when you get here. Thanks for keeping me posted.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody...
Train.
Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center?
Yes, it does. You're on the right bus. Are you looking for a specific place in the city center?
I'm trying to get to the museum on Elm Street. Is that on this route?
Absolutely. You'll want to get off at the 5th Avenue stop. The museum is just a short walk from there.
Great, thank you. How long is the bus ride usually?
It's about 20 minutes, depending on traffic. Since it's midday, it shouldn't be too crowded.
That's good to hear. Is the fare paid on board, or should I have bought a ticket beforehand?
You can pay on board. Just have exact change ready, or you can use a contactless payment if you have one.
Thanks for the information. I'll get my change ready.
No problem. Enjoy your visit to the museum.
That's so exciting.
I just found out I got accepted to my dream university.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. I can hardly believe it. I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
It's definitely a big achievement. When do you start?
Classes begin in the fall, so I've got some time to prepare and get everything in order.
That's great. You must be thrilled about this new chapter.
Absolutely. I can't wait to dive into my chosen field of study.
What's your major going to be?
I'll be majoring in environmental science. It's been a passion of mine for years.
That's wonderful. You're going to do amazing things in that field.
Thanks for the support. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for you. Best of luck with your studies.
Drive safe.
Hey, I heard you're going on that road trip this weekend.
Yeah, heading out with some friends for a short getaway.
Sounds like fun, but you know how it can get on the road. Drive safe, okay?
Absolutely, safety first. We'll be cautious.
Make sure to check your car before you leave. Tires, brakes, all that.
I did, and it's in good shape. Plus, we've got an experienced driver.
Great, just remember to take breaks during the long drive. Fatigue can be dangerous.
Will do. We've planned our stops strategically.
Perfect. Have a blast, but always keep safety in mind.
Thanks for looking out. I appreciate it. We'll text you when we get there.
Sounds good. Have an awesome trip.
Check out.
Everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the
Good morning. I'd like to check out, please. My room number is 210.
Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Let me pull up your details. Did you use any of our additional services, like the minibar or room service?
Yes, I had room service last night. A salad and a bottle of water.
All right, I've added that to your bill. Did you park a car in our garage?
No, I used public transport during my stay. Could you also email me the invoice?
Of course. I'll email the invoice to the address we have on file. You're all set. Here's your receipt. Do you need assistance with your luggage or a taxi?
No, I'm traveling light, so I'll be fine. Thank you for the pleasant stay.
You're very welcome. We hope to see you again soon. Have a safe journey.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody
Let's go with the flow.
Our vacation itinerary is pretty flexible. Should we plan out every day?
I think it might be more enjoyable if we just let things unfold naturally.
That's a good point. So, you mean, let's go with the flow?
Exactly. We can have a list of things we'd like to do, but no strict schedule.
Sounds relaxing. I've heard some of the best experiences happen when you least expect them.
That's the spirit. We can explore the area and see where the day takes us.
And if we stumble upon something interesting, we can dive right in without worrying about a fixed plan.
Precisely. Let's go with the flow and make the most of our trip.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be an adventure.
It certainly will. Let's embrace spontaneity.
Expressing shock.
Did you hear about the massive storm that hit the coast last night?
No, I haven't checked the news today. What happened?
It was catastrophic. The storm surge flooded entire neighborhoods. The damage is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, that's shocking. Were there any casualties?
Thankfully, no casualties reported yet, but dozens are injured, and hundreds displaced.
I can't believe it. That area rarely experiences storms of that magnitude.
Exactly. It was totally unexpected. Emergency services are struggling to cope with the aftermath.
This is so sudden and devastating. Is there anything being done to help the victims?
Relief efforts are underway, and they're asking for volunteers and donations.
Count me in? Such an event really puts things into perspective.
Interviewing.
How did your interview go today?
It went okay, but I felt a bit nervous during the interview. I hope I made a good impression.
I'm sure you did fine. Did they ask any tricky questions?
Yeah, they asked about my previous work experiences and how I handled challenges. I tried to showcase my skills and achievements.
That's important. Did you ask any questions about the company?
Yes, I inquired about their work culture and future plans. I wanted to show my interest in the role.
Sounds like you were well prepared. When will you hear back from them?
They said they'd get back to me within a week, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
I'm sure you aced it. You've got the qualifications and the right attitude. Good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate your support. I hope it leads to a job offer.
Travel.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Hey, have you done any recent travel?
Not recently, but I'm planning a trip to Europe next month. I can't wait.
That sounds amazing. Which countries are you visiting?
I'll start in France, then Switzerland, and finally Italy. It's going to be a whirlwind adventure.
Wow, those are some fantastic destinations. Any must-see places or activities on your list?
Definitely the Eiffel Tower in Paris, hiking in the Swiss Alps, and exploring the historic sites in Rome.
Sounds like an incredible itinerary. Do you have your accommodation sorted out?
Yes, I've booked most of the hotels and Airbnb stays. Just a few more to go.
That's great to hear. Travel planning can be quite a task. Any tips for a smooth trip?
Pack light, stay flexible, and immerse yourself in the local culture. The best experiences often happen spontaneously.
Thanks for the advice. Have a fantastic time on your trip, and safe travels.
Thanks. I'll be sure to share my travel stories when I get back.
I'm exhausted today.
Hey, how's it going?
Not great, honestly. I'm exhausted today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anything specific causing it?
Just a combination of work and a sleepless night. It's been a long week.
I can relate. Sometimes, it feels like there's not enough hours in the day.
Exactly, and it catches up to you eventually.
Have you had a chance to take a break or grab some coffee?
Yeah, I had a short break earlier, but it didn't do much. Maybe I'll grab some coffee later.
Hopefully, that'll help you power through the rest of the day.
Thanks, I appreciate it. How about you? How's your day going?
It's been busy too, but not as exhausting. Let's hope tomorrow is better for both of us.
Agreed. Here's to a less exhausting day tomorrow.
Working.
How's work been for you lately?
It's been busy, to say the least. Deadlines and meetings have been piling up.
I hear you. I've had my fair share of late nights too. Any exciting projects on your plate?
Yeah, I'm actually working on this new client project. It's challenging but interesting.
That's great. A bit of a challenge can be motivating. How's the team handling it?
We're all in it together, supporting each other. Teamwork makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, we should schedule that team meeting for tomorrow, right?
Yes, it's essential to keep everyone on the same page. Let's aim for the morning.
Sounds good. Thanks for keeping things organized. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say.
You're welcome. Let's tackle these tasks and make it a productive day.
Family.
How's your family doing these days?
They're good, thanks for asking. My parents just celebrated their 40th anniversary last week.
Wow, that's impressive. How did they celebrate it?
They had a small family gathering and a trip down memory lane. It was really touching.
That sounds wonderful. Family gatherings can be so special.
Yeah, they are. How about your family?
Everyone's good, thanks. My sister just had a baby, so we're all excited about the new addition.
Congratulations to your sister. Is it her first child?
No, it's her second. She's a great mom, and her older one is thrilled to be a big sister.
That's heartwarming. Family is everything, isn't it?
Absolutely. They're our support system and source of love and joy.
Well said. Cherish every moment with them.
Directions.
Excuse me, I seem to be a bit lost. Can you help me with directions to the nearest train station?
Of course. You're in luck. It's just a few blocks away. Go down this street, take a left at the traffic light, and you'll see the station entrance on your right.
Thank you so much. I'm not from around here, so I appreciate your help.
No problem at all. Getting lost in a new place happens to the best of us. Is there anything else you need to find?
Actually, I was hoping to grab a quick bite to eat. Any good restaurants nearby?
Absolutely. There's a nice cafe just around the corner from the train station. They serve great sandwiches and coffee.
Perfect. Thanks for the recommendations. You've been a big help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your meal and have a safe trip.
Train.
Excuse me, is this the train to Boston?
Yes, it is. We're boarding in about 5 minutes. Do you have your ticket ready?
Here it is. This is my first time on a train. Is there assigned seating?
No, seating is on a first come, first served basis. I suggest you find a seat quickly once you board. Are you traveling for business or pleasure?
I'm going for a job interview. I thought taking the train would be less stressful than driving.
That's a good choice. Trains are usually more relaxing. Just make sure to keep an eye on your stop. Boston will be the third stop.
Thanks for the tip. How long is the journey?
It's about 2 hours. There's Wi-Fi on board, and a cave car if you need anything.
Great to know. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Good luck with your job interview. Have a pleasant journey.
He's forever complaining about this country.
Have you noticed how he's always complaining about this country?
Yeah, it does seem like he's never satisfied with anything here.
I mean, I get that there are issues, but he makes it sound like there's nothing good about it.
It can be frustrating to listen to, especially when there are people working hard to make positive changes.
Exactly. I wish he'd be more constructive with his criticism instead of just complaining.
And it's not like he's the only one who cares about the country. Many people are trying to make a difference.
True, it's important to acknowledge the problems, but also to appreciate the progress that's been made.
Hopefully, he'll eventually see the value in that perspective.
Let's hope so. In the meantime, we'll just have to endure his constant complaints.
Yeah, it can be exhausting, but we'll manage.
I'm on my way.
Hey, we're meeting up for coffee, right?
Yeah, I'm already at the cafe. Where are you?
Sorry, I got caught up at work, but I'm on my way now.
No problem. Take your time. I'll grab a table for us.
Thanks, I'll be there in about 10 minutes.
All right, see you soon.
I've arrived. I see you by the window.
Great, I saved us a seat. Come on over.
Thanks for waiting. Sorry again for being late.
No worries, it happens to all of us. Let's catch up over some coffee.
Sounds good to me. What's new with you?
Oh, you won't believe the crazy day I had at work.
Thank you.
I wanted to thank you for helping me with the presentation last minute. It really made a difference.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. I'm glad I could help out. How did it go?
It went really well, thanks to your input. The clients were impressed with the changes you suggested.
That's fantastic to hear. I knew those adjustments would make your presentation stand out.
Your expertise really shone through. I owe you one. Let me take you out for lunch as a thank you.
That's not necessary, but I wouldn't say no to a free lunch. I'm just happy I could assist.
Well, I insist. It's the least I can do. How does Friday sound?
Friday works for me. And you're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
Sports.
Have you been following any sports lately?
Yeah, I've been watching the football matches. The season has been pretty exciting so far.
I haven't had much time for it, but I did catch a few games. Any standout teams or players?
Well, the underdog team has been surprising everyone. Their new striker has been on fire.
That's always fun to see. I've been more into basketball lately. The playoffs were intense.
Oh, the basketball playoffs were insane. So many close games and unexpected upsets.
Absolutely. It's one of the best times of the year for sports fans. Any other sports you're into?
I enjoy watching tennis and the occasional golf tournament. It's nice to have a variety of sports to follow.
Agreed. Sports bring people together and provide some much-needed entertainment.
That's true. Let's catch a game together sometime.
Look into, investigate or examine a matter.
Hey, have you had a chance to look into that new project proposal?
Not yet. I've been swamped with other tasks. But I plan to look into it later this afternoon.
Great! It's essential that we investigate the details thoroughly. I've heard there are some innovative ideas in there.
Yeah, I've heard the same. I'll make sure to examine every aspect, from the budget to the potential risks.
Perfect. Let's aim to have it looked into by the end of the week so we can discuss our findings at the team meeting.
Agreed. I'll do my best to expedite the process, and we can ensure a comprehensive analysis.
Thanks for taking this on. It's a critical step in moving the project forward.
No problem. Happy to contribute. I'll get started as soon as I can, and provide updates along the way.
I'm just popping out quickly. I'll be back in an hour.
Hey, I'm just popping out quickly. I'll be back in an hour.
Sure, no problem. Take your time.
Thanks, it won't be long. If anything urgent comes up, feel free to reach out.
Will do, but I'm sure we'll manage just fine while you're out.
Great, I appreciate your understanding. I'm back, right on time.
Welcome back. How was your quick trip?
It went smoothly, got everything I needed. Anything important come up while I was gone?
No, everything was pretty quiet here. We held things down just fine.
Perfect. Thanks for holding the fort. Let's get back to work.
Sounds good. Let's catch up on what we missed.
That's so wonderful.
Guess what? I just got engaged.
That's so wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm over the moon about it. It was such a special moment.
I can only imagine. How did it happen?
He took me to our favorite spot by the beach and got down on one knee during sunset.
That sounds like a dream proposal. I'm so happy for you two.
It really was perfect. I can't wait to start planning the wedding.
I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful celebration. Have you picked a date yet?
We're thinking about next summer, but we're still figuring out the details.
Well, whenever it is, count me in for the big day.
That means a lot to me. Thanks for your support.
Of course. Wishing you all the happiness in the world.
Run into, encounter, or meet someone unexpectedly.
Guess who I ran into at the grocery store today?
Who? I'm curious. I hope it was someone pleasant.
It was Sarah, our old neighbor from 2 houses down. I haven't seen her in years.
That's a surprise. How is she? Did you have a chance to catch up?
She's doing well, and we chatted for a bit. She mentioned she moved to a different part of town.
It's always nice to run into old friends unexpectedly. Did she mention anything interesting?
She said she's working on a new business venture and asked for my advice. It was a great catch-up, and I promised to meet up with her soon.
That's fantastic. Reconnecting with old friends can lead to exciting opportunities.
Indeed, you never know what running into someone unexpectedly might bring.
Well, when you do meet up with her, let me know how it goes. It would be great to see her again too.
Will do. It's amazing how running into someone can brighten your day and rekindle old connections.
Turn up, increase in volume, or arrive.
The music at the party last night was so loud. I couldn't hear myself think.
Yeah, it really turned up after midnight. I thought the neighbors were going to complain.
Speaking of neighbors, I heard that new family is moving in next door.
Oh, they were supposed to turn up today, right? Did you see them arrive?
I did see a moving truck in front of their house earlier, so they should have turned up by now.
It's nice to have new neighbors, as long as they're friendly.
I hope so. Our last neighbors were pretty quiet, so we looked out there.
Let's give them a warm welcome when we see them. Maybe invite them over for dinner.
That's a great idea. We can help them settle in and get to know them better.
And if their music turns up as loud as last night's party, at least we'll already be friends.
Haha, let's hope they're considerate neighbors.
Greetings.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you?
I'm pretty good, thanks for asking. Any plans for the weekend?
Not much, just planning to relax and maybe catch up on some reading. You?
I'm going hiking with some friends, hoping for good weather.
That sounds like fun. Hope you have a great time.
Thanks. Well, I better get to my meeting now. Catch up later.
Sure thing. Have a good one.
You too, see you around.
Arranging furniture.
I'm struggling to arrange the furniture in my living room effectively. It feels cluttered. Any ideas?
Sure, let's start with the focal point. Do you have a TV or a fireplace that you want to emphasize?
Yes, there's a TV and a large window with a great view. I want to make the most of both.
Okay, how about placing the sofa facing the TV, but positioned in a way that also allows for enjoying the view? Then, angle the chairs slightly towards the window.
That sounds good. What about the coffee table?
Place it in front of the sofa, leaving enough space to move around. It's essential to maintain a clear path for walking.
Makes sense. I also have a bookshelf and a floor lamp. Where should those go?
The bookshelf can go against a wall that doesn't obstruct the view or the TV. The floor lamp could be placed next to a chair, providing additional lighting for reading.
That really helps. Thanks. I think this will open up the space a lot more.
You're welcome. A little rearranging can make a big difference. Enjoy your new setup.
Hey, thanks for coming over. It's nice to have colleagues over for a change. Can I get you something to drink?
Thanks for inviting us. A glass of water would be great, please. You have a lovely place here.
Thank you. I'll get your water. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in the living room.
I really like how you've decorated the space. It's very welcoming.
I appreciate that. I wanted to create a warm and inviting atmosphere. Here's your water.
Thanks. So, how long have you been living here?
About 2 years now. It's a great neighborhood, close to work and has nice cafes around.
Sounds ideal, especially being close to work. It must be nice to have a short commute.
Absolutely, it's a huge time saver. Would you like a quick tour of the place?
I'd love that, thanks. It's always interesting to see how others set up their homes.
Great. Let's start with the kitchen. I recently renovated it.
Check-in.
Good afternoon. I'm checking in. The reservation is under the name Smith.
Good afternoon. Let me pull up your reservation. Ah, yes, Mr. Smith, staying with us for 3 nights? Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Could you please confirm if I have a room with a view as requested?
Absolutely. You're booked in a room with a beautiful city view. You'll be on the 8th floor.
Great. Also, is there Wi-Fi in the room? And is it included in the rate?
Yes, we offer complimentary Wi-Fi in all our rooms. You'll find the lodging details in your room.
Perfect. What time is breakfast served?
Breakfast is served from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the main dining area on the ground floor.
Thanks. And one last thing. Is there a gym in the hotel?
Yes, our gym is open 24/7. It's located on the second floor.
Excellent. Thank you for all the information.
You're welcome. Here's your room key. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to contact the front desk. Enjoy your stay.
Drive safe.
Hey, I heard you're going on that road trip this weekend.
Yeah, heading out with some friends for a short getaway.
Sounds like fun, but you know how it can get on the road. Drive safe, okay?
Absolutely, safety first. We'll be cautious.
Make sure to check your car before you leave. Tires, brakes, all that.
I did, and it's in good shape. Plus, we've got an experienced driver.
Great, just remember to take breaks during the long drive. Fatigue can be dangerous.
Will do. We've planned our stops strategically.
Perfect. Have a blast, but always keep safety in mind.
Thanks for looking out. I appreciate it. We'll text you when we get there.
Sounds good. Have an awesome trip.
Confirming airline.
Hi, I'm calling to confirm my flight details. My name is Jordan Smith, and I'm scheduled to fly to Paris next Thursday.
Hello, Mr. Smith. Let me pull up your reservation. One moment, please. Here we are. You're booked on flight LX 308 to Paris, departing next Thursday at 10:15 a.m.
That's correct. Can you confirm if I have an aisle seat, and is there a meal included on this flight?
Let's check. Yes, you have an aisle seat 12C. And yes, there is a meal service included for your flight. Do you have any dietary preferences or restrictions?
No dietary restrictions. Also, how many bags am I allowed to check in?
Your ticket includes one check bag up to 23 kilograms and one carry-on. Would you like to add an extra bag?
No, that should be sufficient. Could you also tell me the latest time I should be at the airport?
For international flights, we recommend being at the airport at least 3 hours before your scheduled departure.
Great, thanks for the information. That's everything I need.
You're welcome, Mr. Smith. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us. Have a pleasant flight.
Customs.
Good morning. Here are my passport and customs declaration form.
Good morning. Thank you. Are you bringing any fruits, vegetables, meats, or other agricultural products with you?
No, I don't have any of those items.
Do you have any items to declare, like goods exceeding the allowed value, or large amounts of currency?
No, just personal belongings within the allowed value. I do have a laptop and a camera, though.
That's fine. Are you carrying more than $10,000 in cash or equivalents with you?
No, not that much. Do I need to declare medicines?
only if they are prescription drugs. Do you have any with you?
Yes, just my prescribed medication.
Please ensure it's in the original packaging with your name on it. Anything else to declare?
No, that's all.
Okay, everything seems in order. Welcome and have a pleasant stay.
Thank you very much.
Renting an apartment.
Hello, I'm interested in renting an apartment here. Could you tell me more about the available options?
Sure. What are you looking for in an apartment? We have various sizes and layouts.
I need a 2-bedroom apartment, preferably with a balcony. Is there anything available within a moderate budget?
Yes, we do have a 2-bedroom unit with a balcony. It's on the 5th floor with a great view of the park. The rent is reasonable, considering the amenities and location.
Sounds good. What about parking and public transport connections?
There's underground parking available, and we're close to the subway and bus routes. It's quite convenient for commuting.
That's great. Could I possibly schedule a viewing? And are utilities included in the rent?
Absolutely. Let's set up a time for the viewing. Utilities are separate, but the building has energy-efficient systems to keep costs down.
Perfect. I'll look forward to the viewing. Thanks for the information.
Show up, arrive or appear, often unexpectedly.
Did you hear about Tim's surprise birthday party last night?
Yeah, I was there. I didn't expect it. I just showed up to return a book to him.
That's hilarious. How did he react when you showed up and he realized it was his own party?
He was completely shocked. It was fun to see his reaction when he thought I was just visiting to drop off a book.
I bet the party was a huge success. Sometimes, unexpected surprises like that really liven up the atmosphere.
It definitely did. Tim had no idea so many people were going to show up. It was a fantastic night.
I heard some of our old school friends also showed up. It must have been a great reunion.
Yeah, they did. It turned into a mini reunion when they showed up. Tim was thrilled to see everyone.
Well, it's safe to say that Tim's birthday party was a memorable one, all thanks to the unexpected guests who showed up.
Absolutely. It was a great night for all of us who showed up, especially for Tim.
Weather.
Can you believe this weather lately? It's been so unpredictable.
Tell me about it. One day it's scorching hot, and the next, it's pouring rain.
And the humidity. It's been unbearable.
I know. I can't wait for some cooler, drier days.
Have you seen the forecast for the weekend?
I heard it might be sunny and pleasant. Finally, some relief.
That sounds like a perfect time for a picnic or a hike.
Agreed. I've been itching to spend more time outdoors.
Just when I start to enjoy the good weather, it seems like a storm rolls in.
That's the way it goes sometimes. But at least we get to experience all the seasons.
True, it keeps life interesting, doesn't it?
It sure does. Let's hope for some stable weather soon.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
I was trying to remember the name of that restaurant we went to last summer. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
Oh, you mean the one by the beach with the seafood?
Yes, exactly. I just can't recall the name.
I think it was called Seaside Breeze.
That's it. Seaside Breeze, thanks. It was bugging me.
No problem, glad I could help. It happens to all of us.
It's funny how those things slip your mind sometimes.
Yeah, our brains can be a bit unpredictable.
Well, thanks again for reminding me. Let's make plans to go there again this summer.
Sounds like a plan. It's a great spot.
Agreed. Let's keep it in mind for our next outing.
House repairs.
Hey, I've been having some trouble with house repairs. The roof is leaking, and the kitchen faucet won't stop dripping. Any advice?
That sounds frustrating. Have you considered calling a professional? Roof leaks can get complicated.
I did, but they're all booked for weeks. I was thinking of attempting some temporary fixes.
For the faucet, you might be able to replace the washer yourself. It's usually a simple fix. As for the roof, can you identify where the leak is coming from?
I think the leak is near the chimney. It's small, but I'm worried about water damage.
You could apply some roofing cement around the chimney as a temporary measure. But for a long-term solution, it's best to get a professional once they're available.
That makes sense. I'll try the cement. And I guess I'll watch some tutorials on fixing a faucet.
That's a good idea. Just be careful on the roof and make sure you shut off the water before attempting any plumbing work.
Will do. Thanks for the tips. I just hope I can manage until the professionals are available.
Expressing indifference.
So, what do you think about going to the new Italian restaurant tonight?
I don't really have a strong opinion. We could go there, or we could just order pizza at home.
I thought you liked trying out new places. Aren't you curious about their menu?
I guess, but honestly, I'm fine with anything. Italian, Chinese, fast food. It's all the same to me tonight.
Well, how about the movie then? They're showing that new sci-fi film downtown. Interested?
Meh, could be interesting. But I'm equally okay with watching something on TV. Don't have a preference really.
You're not making this easy. Do you feel like doing anything special tonight?
Not really. Whatever you decide is fine. I'm pretty indifferent about plans for the evening.
That's funny.
Guess what? I accidentally put salt instead of sugar in my coffee this morning.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock to my taste buds. Let me tell you.
I can imagine. Did you drink it all?
Nah, I took one sip and couldn't handle it. Had to dump it and make a fresh cup.
Well, at least it gave you a good laugh.
True. It was a strange start to the day.
We all have our moments. Remember that time you wore mismatched shoes to work?
Haha, yeah. That was embarrassing. I'm not the most coordinated person, am I?
Nah, but that's what makes you unique and fun to be around.
Thanks. I guess I'll just embrace my clumsiness.
Giving bad news.
Hey, I need to talk to you about something important. It's about the project we've been working on.
Sure, what's up? Is everything okay?
Unfortunately, no. I just got off the phone with our client. They've decided to go in a different direction and won't be needing our services.
Oh no, seriously? But we've put so much work into this.
I know, and I'm really sorry. They said it's due to budget cuts and internal changes.
That's really disappointing. What does this mean for our team?
We might need to regroup and refocus our efforts on other projects. I'm going to talk to management about our next steps.
I understand. This is tough news. Let's meet with the team and figure out how to move forward.
Agreed. I'll set up a meeting for tomorrow. And again, I'm really sorry about this.
Come across, find or encounter something unexpectedly.
You won't believe what I came across during my hike in the woods yesterday.
What was it? Something unusual.
Very unusual. I came across an old abandoned cabin deep in the forest.
Really? I didn't know there was a cabin out there. What did you do?
I cautiously approached it, and the door was slightly ajar. I had to go inside to see what I might come across.
That sounds risky. What did you find in there?
It was like stepping back in time. The cabin was filled with antique furniture, old books, and a dusty piano.
That's amazing. It must have been quite an unexpected discovery.
It was. I spent hours exploring and taking photos. I didn't come across anyone else the whole time.
You're lucky to have found such a hidden gem. Did you leave everything as you found it?
Of course, I didn't touch anything. I want it to remain as it is for others who might come across it someday.
That's a respectful approach. Your adventure turned out to be quite an exciting experience.
It really was. Sometimes, you never know what you'll come across when you're out exploring nature.
Don't worry about it.
I think we should invest in renewable energy for our company's future.
I'm not so sure about that. It can be expensive to implement.
True, but in the long run, it'll save us money on energy costs, and it's better for the environment.
I suppose you have a point there, but we have other pressing financial commitments right now.
That's true. but we could explore financing options or grants for green initiatives.
I hadn't thought of that. It's worth looking into.
Exactly. Plus, it's a good way to demonstrate our commitment to sustainability, which can improve our public image.
That's a good point. It might attract more environmentally conscious customers.
I'm glad you see the potential benefits.
Let's gather more information and discuss it further in our next meeting.
Sounds like a plan.
That's so frustrating.
Have you heard about the new policy at work? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's been the talk of the office. I agree. It's really annoying.
I can't believe they implemented it without asking for our input.
I know. It's like they didn't consider how it would affect us. On a brighter note, did you see the news about the team winning the championship?
Oh, that's wonderful. It's been ages since we last won.
I know. It's such an exciting moment for the team and the fans.
Absolutely. I can't wait for the celebration.
It's going to be a blast. Let's make sure to attend.
Definitely. It's a well-deserved victory.
That's ridiculous.
Have you heard about the new restaurant that just opened downtown? They charge $50 for a hamburger there.
That's ridiculous.
I know, right? I can't fathom paying that much for a burger.
I mean, what makes it so special? Gold-plated buns.
Haha, I don't think so. They claim it's made with some rare, exotic meat and unique toppings, but still, it's a burger.
I'd rather go to the local diner and get a classic burger for a fraction of the price.
Same here. I don't understand the hype around expensive food sometimes.
Well, to each their own, I guess. Some people enjoy splurging on fancy meals.
True, but I'll stick to my affordable burgers and fries.
Keep away, stay at a distance or avoid something.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
Have you seen the "Keep Away" sign near the construction site down the street?
Yeah, I noticed it the other day. It's important to keep away from there while they're working.
I agree. They have heavy machinery and construction materials all over. It's safer to keep away.
I saw some kids playing around there yesterday. I don't think they understand the risks.
That's concerning. We should inform their parents about the sign and the dangers.
Good idea. It's crucial to keep children away from construction zones.
I also heard there's a contagious illness going around. They're advising people to keep away from crowded places.
It's a wise precaution. Staying home and keeping away from large gatherings can help prevent the spread.
Some folks still don't take it seriously and don't keep away from crowded events.
It's unfortunate. We all need to do our part and keep away from situations that can put us and others at risk.
You're right. Let's hope more people understand the importance of keeping away from potential dangers and health risks.
Agreed. We can only do our part and encourage others to keep away when necessary.
On my way.
Hey, I'm running a bit late. Sorry about that.
No worries, we'll wait for you.
Thanks, the first on my way now. Shouldn't be more than 10 minutes.
Alright, take your time, we'll be here.
Great, I appreciate your patience.
Anytime. Just give us a heads up when you're close.
Will do, I'll send you a message as soon as I arrive.
Perfect, see you soon.
Thanks again, see you shortly.
Don't forget to buy milk.
Hey, I'm heading out to run some errands.
Oh, great! While you're out, don't forget to buy milk, please.
Sure, I've got it on the list. Anything else you need from the store?
No, just the milk for now. Thanks.
No problem. I'll grab it on my way back.
Thanks. We ran out this morning, and I need it for tomorrow's breakfast.
Got it. I'll make sure to pick up a fresh carton.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. It's a big help.
Happy to help. I'll be back in a bit.
All right. See you soon.
No worries.
Hey, I heard you had a rough day at work yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic. Had to deal with a last-minute project.
That sounds tough. Did you manage to finish it on time?
No worries, I pulled through. Stayed late and got it done.
Impressive. You always handle those situations so well.
Thanks, I've had my fair share of tight deadlines.
Well, I hope today is a bit more relaxed for you.
Me too. How about you? How's everything on your end?
Not too bad, just the usual routine. But hey, that's life, right?
Absolutely no worries. We'll get through it together.
That's the spirit. Anyway, I've got to run. Catch you later.
Take care, talk to you soon.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. How have you been?
I know it's been ages. I've been good, just keeping busy with work and stuff. How about you?
Same here. Work's been keeping me occupied too. Anything new in your life?
Well, I moved to a new apartment recently, so that's been a bit of an adventure. And I started taking up photography as a hobby.
That's exciting. Moving can be a hassle, but a new place must be refreshing. Photography sounds fun.
Yeah, it's been a nice change of pace. How about you? Any updates?
Not much, just the usual. Oh, and I adopted a puppy last month. Meet Luna.
Luna is adorable. Pets bring so much joy. It's great catching up with you. Let's not wait so long next time.
Agreed. Let's make plans soon. Good to see you.
Definitely. Take care.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
I was trying to remember the name of that restaurant we went to last summer. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember.
Oh, you mean the one by the beach with the seafood?
Yes, exactly. I just can't recall the name.
I think it was called Seaside Breeze?
That's it. Seaside Breeze, thanks. It was bugging me.
No problem, glad I could help. It happens to all of us.
It's funny how those things slip your mind sometimes.
Yeah, our brains can be a bit unpredictable.
Well, thanks again for reminding me. Let's make plans to go there again this summer.
Sounds like a plan. It's a great spot.
Agreed. Let's keep it in mind for our next outing.
Let's see how it goes.
We're launching the new product next week, but I'm a bit worried about the market's response.
I understand your concern. It's a competitive industry.
Exactly, but we've put a lot of effort into this. What if it doesn't do well?
Well, we've done our research, and the initial feedback from our focus groups was positive.
True, but you never know until it's out there.
That's right. Let's see how it goes. We can always adjust our strategy if needed.
I guess you're right. It's just nerve-wracking.
It's natural to feel that way before a big launch, but we have a strong team, and we're prepared for any outcome.
Thanks for the pep talk. Let's stay optimistic and see how it goes.
Agreed. We've got this.
I'm all ears.
I've been having some issues with my computer lately. Do you know anything about troubleshooting?
I'm all ears. What seems to be the problem?
Well, it's been running really slowly, and I keep getting these error messages.
It could be a number of things. Have you tried clearing your cache and deleting unnecessary files?
Yes, but it didn't seem to help much.
All right, let's try something else. Have you checked for software updates or run a virus scan?
No, I haven't done that yet. I'll give it a shot.
That's a good start. If you still have trouble, maybe we can take a closer look at it together later.
Thanks. I really appreciate your help.
No problem at all. I'm all ears whenever you need assistance with tech stuff.
That's so annoying.
Did you hear about the traffic jam on the highway this morning?
Yeah, I got stuck in it for over an hour. It's so annoying.
Tell me about it. It seems like there's always some kind of delay during rush hour.
And the construction they're doing on that road is making things even worse.
I know. It feels like it's been going on forever.
It's frustrating, especially when you're trying to get to work on time.
I completely agree. I hope they finish the construction soon.
Me too. It'll be such a relief when traffic is back to normal.
Until then, I guess we'll have to leave extra early.
Yeah, it's the only way to avoid getting stuck in that mess.
Hopefully, things will improve soon.
Expressing prohibition.
I was thinking of using the company's social media account to promote my side business.
Wait, you can't do that. It's against company policy to use corporate resources for personal gain.
Really? Even if it's just a small post?
Yes, absolutely. It doesn't matter the size. It's strictly prohibited to mix personal interests with company assets. You could get into serious trouble.
I didn't realize it was that strict. I thought a little cross-promotion wouldn't hurt.
It's important to keep professional and personal separate, especially in a corporate setting. You should really read the employee handbook on this.
You're right. I'll avoid doing anything like that. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem. It's better to be safe and follow the rules in these matters.
What's on your mind?
You've been quiet all day. What's on your mind?
Oh, I've just been thinking about some personal stuff lately.
Anything you want to talk about?
Well, it's nothing major, just some decisions I need to make.
If you ever want to bounce ideas off someone or just chat, I'm here.
Thanks, I appreciate that. It's just one of those phases where I need to figure things out for myself.
I get it. Sometimes you need that introspective time.
Exactly. I'll come to you if I need advice or if it becomes more pressing.
Sounds good. Remember, I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Thanks, you're a good friend.
No problem. We all have moments like this.
Sure.
Hey, did you hear about the new school policy changes?
Yeah, I saw the announcement. They're implementing some major updates.
I'm a bit worried about the longer school days. It's going to be tough to adjust.
I agree, but they're also adding more extracurricular activities, which could be interesting.
True, it might offer more opportunities. Have you checked out the new class schedules?
Not yet, but I heard they're introducing some new courses. I'm curious about those.
Me too. And the new uniform requirements. What do you think about that?
I'm not thrilled about the stricter dress code, but I suppose it's meant to promote a more professional environment.
Yeah, maybe it'll grow on us. Change can be challenging, but who knows? It might turn out better than we expect.
You're right. Let's keep an open mind and see how it goes.
It's been one of those days.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
It's been one of those days.
Tell me about it. Everything going wrong?
Yeah. Started with a flat tire on the way to work. Then the coffee machine at the office broke down, and I spilled coffee all over my desk.
That sounds rough. And?
Well, My computer crashed in the middle of an important presentation, and I had to redo the whole thing. Then, I missed my lunch break because of a last-minute meeting.
Ouch, that's a series of unfortunate events. Did anything go right?
Actually, yes. I found a $20 bill on the sidewalk during my lunch break.
Silver lining, I guess. Hopefully, tomorrow will be a better day.
Let's hope so. I could use a break from these kind of days.
Buying furniture.
Hi, I'm looking to buy some new furniture for my living room. I'm not sure where to start. Any suggestions?
Sure. What kind of style are you going for? Do you prefer modern, traditional, or something else?
I'm leaning towards a modern look. I like clean lines and minimalist designs.
Great choice. For a modern living room, you might want to consider a sleek sofa with a neutral color palette. How about seating arrangements?
A sectional would be nice. I also need a coffee table and a couple of accent chairs.
Sectionals are perfect for a modern layout. For the coffee table, a glass or metal piece can complement the look. As for accent chairs, you could consider ones with bold colors to add a pop to the room.
That sounds good. What about durability and maintenance?
For durability, look for high-quality fabrics or leather for the sofa. Glass tables are easy to clean. And for the chairs, choose a material that's stain-resistant.
Thanks, that's really helpful. I'll start looking with these tips in mind.
You're welcome. Feel free to ask if you need more help or specific recommendations.
It's none of my business.
Did you hear about Sarah and Mark breaking up?
Yeah, I did. It's none of my business, though.
I know, but it's just surprising. They seem so happy together.
Well, you never really know what's going on in someone else's relationship.
That's true. I just hope they both find happiness, whether together or apart.
Absolutely, and we should respect their privacy during this time.
You're right. I shouldn't be prying into their personal lives.
It's natural to be curious, but ultimately, it's none of our business.
Thanks for reminding me. Let's just be there for them if they need us.
Agreed, that's the best way to support our friends.
Carry on, continue doing something or behave in a particular way.
I heard you're working on a new project at work. How's it going?
It's challenging, but I'm determined to carry on until it's done. We've hit a few roadblocks, but we'll overcome them.
That's the spirit. Your perseverance will pay off in the end.
I hope so. I just need everyone on the team to carry on with their hard work.
I'm sure they will. You've set a great example by carrying on even when things get tough.
Thanks for the support. It's essential to keep a positive attitude.
Speaking of positive attitudes, how's your New Year's resolution to exercise regularly?
I'm proud to say I've been carrying on with my workouts. It's become a habit now.
That's fantastic. Consistency is key in achieving fitness goals.
Definitely. and it's made a significant difference in how I feel.
Well, I'm impressed by your ability to carry on with your work and personal goals. Keep it up.
Thanks, I will. We all have our challenges, but it's important to carry on and stay focused.
It's a piece of cake.
Hey, did you hear about that new project at work?
Yeah, I did. It sounds pretty challenging.
Well, don't worry too much about it. I've been through similar ones before, and trust me, it's a piece of cake.
Really? It seemed complicated when they explained it in the meeting.
I understand why it might seem that way at first, but once you break it down, it's not as difficult as it appears.
I hope you're right. I could use some reassurance.
Absolutely. I'll help you out if you need it. Plus, the team is experienced, and we've got good support from management.
Thanks, that's reassuring to hear. I'll do my best.
Just stay focused, and you'll see, it'll be a piece of cake in no time.
Drop by, visit briefly or informally.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
Hey, I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd drop by and say hello.
Oh, that's a pleasant surprise. Come on in. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me. I was in the area running errands, and remembered your place was nearby.
I'm glad you dropped by. How have you been? What's new?
Not much, just the usual. How about you?
Things are good, staying busy with work. Have you had a chance to travel lately?
Not really. I had to cancel my travel plans due to some family issues, but I hope to get back to it soon.
I'm sorry to hear that. If you ever need to talk, feel free to drop by or give me a call.
I appreciate that. It's been a tough year, but I'm coping. Thanks for offering your support.
Of course, we're friends, and that's what friends do. Don't hesitate to drop by any time.
Thanks. It means a lot to me. I'll definitely take you up on that offer.
Looking forward to your next visit. Let's catch up more often.
Definitely. I'll make it a point to drop by soon.
New home.
Good morning. I'm interested in finding a new home in the city. I'm looking for something modern, preferably with a spacious layout.
Good morning. I'd be happy to help you with that. Are you looking for an apartment or a house? And do you have any specific areas in mind?
I'm leaning towards an apartment. I love the downtown area because of its vibrant atmosphere and proximity to my workplace. However, I'm open to other suggestions too.
Downtown is a great choice. We have several listings there, ranging from sleek high-rise apartments to cozy lofts. What's your budget, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm hoping to stay within $500,000. Also, having a good view and modern amenities is important to me.
Understood. With that budget, we can explore some excellent options. Do you prefer a newer building or something with a bit of historical charm?
I prefer newer buildings. I love contemporary designs and state-of-the-art facilities.
Perfect. I have just the right properties in mind. Let's schedule some viewings for this weekend. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Thank you so much for your assistance.
Time.
Time seems to be flying by lately, doesn't it?
Tell me about it. It feels like just yesterday it was the beginning of the year, and now we're approaching the end.
It's crazy how days turn into weeks, then months, in the blink of an eye.
Absolutely. Sometimes I wish I could slow things down a bit.
I know what you mean. There's always so much to do, and it's hard to find time for everything.
And yet, it's essential to make time for the things that truly matter.
True. We need to cherish moments with loved ones and prioritize self-care too.
Definitely. Time is our most precious resource, and we should use it wisely.
Agreed. Let's make the most of the time we have and create meaningful memories along the way.
That's a great perspective. Time well spent is the key to a fulfilling life.
Wake up call.
Hello, front desk. I'd like to request a wake-up call for tomorrow morning.
Certainly. What time would you like to be woken up?
Could you set it for 6:30 a.m.? I have an early meeting.
Of course, a wake-up call for 6:30 a.m. Is there anything else you'll need in the morning? Perhaps a taxi booked?
Yes, that would be great. Could you arrange a taxi for 7 o'clock a.m.?
Absolutely. I'll book a taxi for 7 o'clock a.m. Will you be needing breakfast before you leave?
No, I'll probably grab something on the way. Just the wake-up call in the taxi.
Understood. We have your wake-up call set for 6:30 a.m. and a taxi for 7 o'clock a.m. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
That's all. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, feel free to call the front desk. Have a good night.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. How have you been?
I know, it's been ages. I've been good, just really busy with work and family stuff.
I can relate to that. Life gets hectic sometimes.
Definitely. How about you? What's new in your life?
Not much, same old routine. But I did take a vacation recently, which was nice.
Oh, that sounds great. Where did you go?
I went to Hawaii. It was a beautiful getaway.
Wow, Hawaii must have been amazing. I need a vacation like that.
You should plan one soon. It's refreshing to take a break.
I'll definitely consider it. Anyway, let's catch up more. It's been too long.
Agreed. Let's make plans to meet up soon and share stories.
Sounds like a plan. Looking forward to it.
Health.
trying to improve my health lately. Do you have any tips?
That's great to hear. Small changes can make a big difference. Have you considered starting with a regular exercise routine?
I have, but I'm not sure where to begin. Any suggestions for beginners?
Start with something you enjoy, like walking, swimming, or even yoga. Consistency is key.
Good point. What about nutrition? Any dietary advice?
Balanced eating is crucial. Incorporate more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into your meals, and limit processed foods and added sugars.
That sounds doable. And what about mental health?
Taking care of your mental health is just as important. Practice mindfulness, get enough rest, and seek support from friends or professionals if needed.
Thanks for the advice. It's time for a healthy lifestyle change.
You've got this. Remember, it's all about progress, not perfection. Start small and build from there. Your health is worth it.
Be right back.
Hey, I need to step out for a moment. Be right back.
No problem. Take your time. I'll be here.
Thanks. It won't be long.
Sure thing. I'll hold the fort.
I'm back. Thanks for waiting.
Welcome back. Everything all right?
Yeah, just had to grab something from the car.
Got it. No worries.
Thanks for your understanding.
Of course. Anytime you need to step away, don't hesitate.
I appreciate it. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Sounds good. Let's get back to it.
Blaming and accusing.
I can find the report I left on my desk, and you were the last one in the office last night.
Are you suggesting that I did something with your report?
Well, it's not here, and it's important. You were the only other person around.
That doesn't mean I took it. Have you considered you might have misplaced it?
I'm certain I left it right here. You've been acting resentful since our last meeting. Did you take it to sabotage me?
That's a serious accusation. I would never do something like that. Maybe you should recheck your files.
I've already checked everywhere. This is really suspicious.
I understand you're upset, but blaming me without proof isn't fair. Let's look for it together instead of casting blame.
He's forever complaining about this country.
Have you noticed how he's always complaining about this country?
Yeah, it does seem like he's never satisfied with anything here.
I mean, I get that there are issues, but he makes it sound like there's nothing good about it.
It can be frustrating to listen to, especially when there are people working hard to make positive changes.
Exactly. I wish he'd be more constructive with his criticism instead of just complaining.
And it's not like he's the only one who cares about the country. Many people are trying to make a difference.
True, it's important to acknowledge the problems, but also to appreciate the progress that's been made.
Hopefully, he'll eventually see the value in that perspective.
Let's hope so. In the meantime, We'll just have to endure his constant complaints.
Yeah, it can be exhausting, but we'll manage.
Turn down, reject an offer or lower the volume.
Hey, did you hear about that job offer at the new startup?
Yeah, I did. I actually had an interview last week.
That's great. How did it go?
Well, they offered me the position, but I had to turn it down.
Really? Why would you turn it down? It seemed like a fantastic opportunity.
I know, but they wanted me to relocate, and I can't do that right now. It's just not the right time for me to move.
That's understandable. Sometimes you have to turn down a good offer if it doesn't align with your current situation.
Exactly. I had to lower my expectations for this job and focus on my family's needs for now.
I respect your decision. Family should always come first.
Thanks for understanding. I hope another opportunity comes along soon, one that I won't have to turn down.
Giving good news.
Guess what? You know the job I interviewed for last week at the design firm?
Yeah, the one you were really excited about. What happened?
I got the job. They called me this morning to offer me the position.
That's amazing news. Congratulations. You totally deserve it.
Thank you. I'm still in shock. I didn't expect to hear back so soon.
You're going to be fantastic. When do you start?
In 2 weeks. They're even offering me a higher salary than we discussed.
Well, that's even better. We should celebrate. How about dinner tonight on me?
That sounds perfect. I really can't wait to start this new chapter.
Here's to new beginnings and your awesome achievement.
Call me when you get home.
It was great catching up today. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, it's been too long. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So you'll be driving back now, right?
Yeah, I'll be hitting the road in a bit.
That's a bit of a drive. Please make sure to call me when you get home, so I know you arrived safely.
Of course, I always do. Safety first, you know.
Absolutely. It's just a peace of mind thing.
I totally get it. I'll give you a call once I'm back.
Sounds good. Drive carefully, and I'll be waiting for your call.
Thanks, will do. Take care.
You too.
Greetings.
Hey there. How's everything going with you?
Hey, all good, thanks. Just keeping busy with work and life. How about you?
I hear you. Same here, lots on my plate lately. But can't complain, staying afloat.
That's the spirit. Any exciting plans coming up?
Not really, just the usual daily grind. How about you? Any upcoming adventures?
Well, I'm thinking about a weekend getaway soon. A little break from the routine.
That sounds fantastic. Sometimes a change of scenery is all we need.
Absolutely. By the way, how's your family doing?
They're good, thanks for asking. Kids are growing up fast. How about yours?
They're great, thanks. Time really flies, doesn't it?
Tell me about it. Well, it's been nice catching up. We should plan to meet up soon.
Definitely. Let's make that happen.
Saying goodbye.
I guess it's time for me to head out. I've got an early start tomorrow.
Yeah, it's getting late. Thanks for coming over. It was great catching up.
Absolutely. I had a really good time. We should do this more often.
Definitely. Let's not wait another year to meet again.
Agreed. Next time, maybe at your place.
I'd love that. I'll cook something special.
Looking forward to it. Take care and say hi to the family for me.
Will do. Safe travels back home. Give me a call when you get there.
Sure thing. Good night.
Good night. Drive safely.
Back up, support someone or make a copy of data.
Hey, I heard you're giving a presentation next week. Do you need any help preparing for it?
Thanks for offering to back me up. It's actually on a topic I'm not very familiar with, so any assistance would be appreciated.
No problem. I can back you up by doing some research and finding relevant information. What's the main focus of your presentation?
It's about the recent advancements in renewable energy technologies.
That's an important and ever-evolving field. I'll back you up by gathering the latest data and statistics.
Great. I also need to create some visual aids. Can you back me up by designing a few slides?
Of course, I can back you up with that as well. I'll make sure they're visually appealing and easy to understand.
Thanks a lot. With your support, I feel much more confident about this presentation.
You're welcome. I'm here to back you up and help you succeed.
I appreciate it. Let's make this presentation a great one.
Taxi.
Hi, could you take me to the downtown Marriott, please?
Sure thing. Hop in. Are you in a rush, or is there a preferred route you'd like to take?
No rush, but the quickest route would be great. How long do you think the drive will be?
With the current traffic, I'd say about 20 minutes. Is this your first time visiting this area?
Yeah, it is. I'm here on business for a couple of days. Any recommendations for a quick bite around the hotel?
Definitely. There's a great deli just a block from the Marriott. They have the best sandwiches in town.
Sounds perfect. I'll check it out. Can I pay by card when we get there?
Of course, we accept cards, no problem. And there's also an ATM inside the hotel if you need cash.
Great. Thanks for the info and the ride.
My pleasure. Enjoy your stay in the city.
How stunning is the weather today?
the weather today?
Absolutely. It's perfect, sunny and not too hot.
I couldn't have asked for a better day to be outdoors.
Yeah, we should make the most of it. Any plans?
I was thinking of going for a hike or maybe a picnic in the park. How about you?
That sounds great. I was considering a bike ride along the river.
Perfect. We can do our own things and meet up later for dinner.
Sounds like a plan. Let's enjoy this beautiful day while it lasts.
Agreed. The weather like this is so invigorating.
It really is. Well, I'll go grab my bike, and you get your hiking gear. See you in a bit.
Can't wait. See you soon.
Makeup 4. Compensate for a deficiency or mistake.
I apologize for missing the deadline on the report. I had some unexpected issues to deal with.
It's all right, but we're on a tight schedule. How can we make up for the delay?
I'll work extra hours this weekend to catch up on the work. Hopefully, that should help make up for the lost time.
That sounds like a good plan. We can't afford any more setbacks on this project.
I understand, and I'm determined to make up for my mistake. I'll also ensure better time management in the future.
It's essential that we meet our commitments to the client. Is there anything else we can do to make up for the delay?
Well, I can see if someone on the team can assist me with some of the tasks to speed things up.
That could work. Let's delegate where possible, and collectively make up for the lost time.
Agreed. I appreciate your understanding, and I'll do my best to compensate for this deficiency in our schedule.
Thanks for taking responsibility. Let's move forward and ensure we don't encounter similar issues in the future.
What's the matter?
Hey, you seem a bit off today. What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some personal stuff.
You sure? You can talk to me if you want.
I appreciate that, but it's not something I'm ready to discuss yet.
Alright, no pressure. Just know I'm here if you ever want to share.
Thanks, it means a lot. I'll keep that in mind.
Sometimes talking about it can help, but I understand if you need some time.
Yeah, I just need to sort things out in my own head first.
Totally get it. Just remember, friends are here to support each other.
Thanks for being understanding. I'll be okay?
Take your time. Whenever you're ready to talk, I'm all ears.
On my way.
Hey, I'm running a bit late. Sorry about that.
No worries, we'll wait for you.
Thanks, the first on my way now. Shouldn't be more than 10 minutes.
Alright, take your time, we'll be here.
Great, I appreciate your patience.
Anytime. Just give us a heads up when you're close.
Will do, I'll send you a message as soon as I arrive.
Perfect, see you soon.
Thanks again, see you shortly.
No worries.
Hey, I heard you had a rough day at work yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic. Had to deal with a last-minute project.
That sounds tough. Did you manage to finish it on time?
No worries, I pulled through. Stayed late and got it done.
Impressive. You always handle those situations so well.
Thanks, I've had my fair share of tight deadlines.
Well, I hope today is a bit more relaxed for you.
Me too. How about you? How's everything on your end?
Not too bad, just the usual routine. But hey, that's life, right?
Absolutely no worries. We'll get through it together.
That's the spirit. Anyway, I've got to run. Catch you later.
Take care, talk to you soon.
Call me back when you get a chance.
Hey, I tried calling you earlier, but you didn't pick up.
Sorry about that. I was in a meeting and couldn't answer. What's up?
No worries. I just wanted to discuss the project timeline. When you get a chance, can you call me back?
Sure thing. I should be free in about an hour. Is that okay?
That works for me. Just give me a call when you're ready to chat.
Will do. Anything specific you want to go over?
Just some updates and changes we need to discuss. Nothing urgent.
All right. I'll be in touch soon then.
Thanks, looking forward to it. Talk to you later.
Take care. Bye for now.
I'm just popping out quickly. I'll be back in an hour.
Hey, I'm just popping out quickly. I'll be back in an hour.
Sure, no problem. Take your time.
Thanks, it won't be long. If anything urgent comes up, feel free to reach out.
Will do, but I'm sure we'll manage just fine while you're out.
Great, I appreciate your understanding. I'm back, right on time.
Welcome back. How was your quick trip?
It went smoothly, got everything I needed. Anything important come up while I was gone?
No, everything was pretty quiet here. We held things down just fine.
Perfect, thanks for holding the fort. Let's get back to work.
Sounds good. Let's catch up on what we missed.
Mind your own business.
I heard Sarah might be leaving the company. Do you know anything about it?
I do, but it's her personal decision. I think we should respect her privacy.
Come on, you can tell me. What's going on?
I'd rather not share the details. It's between Sarah and the management.
But I'm just curious. It won't hurt if you tell me.
Sorry, but I have to insist. Mind your own business on this one.
Well, I was just trying to be in the loop. But if you're not willing to share.
It's not about not sharing. It's about respecting Sarah's choice and privacy. Let's focus on our own work.
All right. I get it.
Traffic jam.
Oh no, looks like we're stuck in a traffic jam. Any idea what's causing it?
I'm not sure. Let me check the traffic app. It says there's been an accident up ahead. The road might be blocked.
That's unfortunate. Do you think it will take long to clear up?
The app estimates about a 30-minute delay. Hopefully, it's quicker. Do you need to be somewhere urgently?
I have a meeting in an hour. I thought I'd left enough time, but this might be cutting it close.
I understand. If it looks like we'll be here a while, you might want to notify someone about your delay.
Yeah, I'll send a message just in case. This is unexpected.
Traffic can be unpredictable. Hopefully, it clears up soon. In the meantime, we can listen to some music or a podcast to pass the time.
Good idea. Let's do that. It's better than worrying about something I can't control.
Leisure.
How have you been spending your leisure time lately?
I've been getting into gardening. It's so relaxing and rewarding.
Gardening sounds nice. Any particular plants or flowers you're focused on?
I've been working on a variety of vegetables and some colorful flowers. It's become a bit of a hobby.
That's great! I've been binge watching TV shows in my free time. Any recommendations?
Well, I've heard this new series is fantastic. It's a crime thriller with a compelling storyline.
Sounds intriguing. I'll definitely check it out.
What else do you do for fun?
I've been trying my hand at painting. It's been therapeutic and helps me unwind.
That's wonderful. Creative hobbies are a great way to spend leisure time.
Indeed, it's essential to find activities that bring joy and relaxation.
Absolutely. Leisure time should be a time to recharge and enjoy life.
Are you kidding?
I just heard that they're planning to build a roller coaster on top of that skyscraper downtown.
Are you kidding?
Nope, I saw it in the news this morning. They want to make it the tallest roller coaster in the world.
That sounds insane. Can they even do that?
Apparently, they've got the permits and everything. It's going to be a major tourist attraction.
I can't even imagine how scary that would be.
Yeah, the thought of riding a roller coaster hundreds of feet in the air is pretty intense.
Well, some people love that adrenaline rush. Not me, though. I'll stick to Ferris wheels.
Huh? I'm with you on that one. Roller coasters are just too much for me.
Set up, arrange or establish something.
Have you heard about the new business venture John is trying to set up?
Yeah, he mentioned it a while ago. What's he planning to set up?
He's looking to set up a small coffee shop in the downtown area. He's always been passionate about coffee.
That sounds interesting. I hope he's thought about the location and target audience when setting it up.
Absolutely. He's done thorough market research to make sure he sets it up in a prime location, with a lot of foot traffic.
Good to hear. Setting up a business can be a real challenge, but if he's well prepared, he has a good chance of success.
He's been setting it up for months, From getting the right permits to finding suppliers for quality coffee beans.
Setting up a successful coffee shop takes a lot of effort and attention to detail. I hope it works out for him.
Me too. He's determined to set up a welcoming and cozy place for coffee lovers in the neighborhood.
I'm exhausted today.
Hey, how's it going?
Not great, honestly. I'm exhausted today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Anything specific causing it?
Just a combination of work and a sleepless night. It's been a long week.
I can relate. Sometimes, it feels like there's not enough hours in the day.
Exactly, and it catches up to you eventually.
Have you had a chance to take a break or grab some coffee?
Yeah, I had a short break earlier, but it didn't do much. Maybe I'll grab some coffee later.
Hopefully, that'll help you power through the rest of the day.
Thanks, I appreciate it. How about you? How's your day going?
It's been busy too, but not as exhausting. Let's hope tomorrow is better for both of us.
Agreed. Here's to a less exhausting day tomorrow.
I'm feeling under the weather.
Hey, how's it going?
Not great, actually. I'm feeling under the weather.
Oh, that's no good. What's wrong?
I think I might have caught a cold or something. I've got a sore throat and a runny nose.
That's rough. Have you been taking any medicine?
Yeah, I've been taking some over-the-counter stuff, but it hasn't really kicked in yet.
Well, make sure you rest up and drink plenty of fluids. That usually helps.
Thanks, I'll try that. How's everything on your end?
Not too bad. Just a bit busy with work. But nothing like what you're going through. Get well soon.
Thanks, I hope so too.
Put off, delay or postpone an event or task.
I heard the meeting with the client got put off again. What happened this time?
Unfortunately, their CEO had an emergency, so they had to put it off until next week.
This project is already behind schedule, and this delay won't help. Can we do anything to make up for the lost time?
I've rescheduled our internal team meeting to discuss the project's progress. It'll give us more time to prepare and ensure we're fully ready when we finally meet with the client.
Good call. Let's make the most of this extra time and make sure we're well prepared.
Agreed. We can also use the time to put off some of the less critical tasks and focus on the high-priority items.
That sounds like a plan. And if the client needs any updates or information in the meantime, we can provide that promptly.
Exactly. Let's aim to be as productive as possible during this unexpected break and be well prepared when the meeting isn't put off next week.
Thanks for handling this situation well. Let's make it count.
Fall apart, disintegrate or break into pieces.
I can't believe it. Our old treehouse in the backyard is starting to fall apart.
Really? It's been standing for ages. What happened?
I noticed a few rotting boards, and when I tried to fix them, the whole thing just started to fall apart.
That's a shame. It was the best treehouse for our childhood adventures.
I know. It's heartbreaking to see it fall apart like this.
Maybe we can salvage some of the materials and rebuild it. It would be a great project.
That's a good idea. It would be a nostalgic way to honor our memories.
And we can make it even better this time. New memories and all.
You're right. It's a chance to create more lasting moments.
Let's start planning and gather some tools to clean up the mess.
Agreed. I'm excited to turn this situation around and rebuild what's falling apart.
It's not just a treehouse, it's a piece of our childhood that we can keep alive.
It's been one of those days.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
It's been one of those days.
Tell me about it. Everything going wrong?
Yeah. Started with a flat tire on the way to work. Then the coffee machine at the office broke down, and I spilled coffee all over my desk.
That sounds rough. And?
Well, my computer crashed in the middle of an important presentation, and I had to redo the whole thing. Then, I missed my lunch break because of a last-minute meeting.
Ouch. That's a series of unfortunate events. Did anything go right?
Actually, yes. I found a $20 bill on the sidewalk during my lunch break.
Silver lining, I guess. Hopefully, tomorrow will be a better day.
Let's hope so. I could use a break from these kind of days.
That's so exciting.
I just found out I got accepted to my dream university.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you. I can hardly believe it. I've been waiting for this moment for so long.
It's definitely a big achievement. When do you start?
Classes begin in the fall, so I've got some time to prepare and get everything in order.
That's great. You must be thrilled about this new chapter.
Absolutely. I can't wait to dive into my chosen field of study.
What's your major going to be?
I'll be majoring in environmental science. It's been a passion of mine for years.
That's wonderful. You're going to do amazing things in that field.
Thanks for the support. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for you. Best of luck with your studies.
Internet love.
You know, I've been chatting with someone online for months now, and I think I might be falling for them.
Really? That's interesting. What's their name?
Their username is Stargazer22. We've connected on so many levels, and they seem incredibly sweet and caring.
That's nice, but have you considered the potential risks of online relationships?
Of course, I've heard stories of people not being who they claim to be. But we've video chatted and exchanged pictures. It feels genuine.
That's reassuring. Just be cautious and take things slow. Have you talked about meeting in person?
We have, and we're planning to meet soon. I'm excited, but also a bit nervous.
It's natural to feel that way. Just prioritize your safety and meet in a public place.
Thanks for the advice. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Internet love is a whole new world, but it feels real to me.
I hope it works out for you. Best of luck with your online connection.
That's so annoying.
Did you hear about the traffic jam on the highway this morning?
Yeah, I got stuck in it for over an hour. It's so annoying.
Tell me about it. It seems like there's always some kind of delay during rush hour.
And the construction they're doing on that road is making things even worse.
I know. It feels like it's been going on forever.
It's frustrating, especially when you're trying to get to work on time.
I completely agree. I hope they finish the construction soon.
Me too. It'll be such a relief when traffic is back to normal.
Until then, I guess we'll have to leave extra early.
Yeah, it's the only way to avoid getting stuck in that mess.
Hopefully, things will improve soon.
That's so wonderful.
Guess what? I just got engaged.
That's so wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm over the moon about it. It was such a special moment.
I can only imagine. How did it happen?
He took me to our favorite spot by the beach and got down on one knee during sunset.
That sounds like a dream proposal. I'm so happy for you two.
It really was perfect. I can't wait to start planning the wedding.
I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful celebration. Have you picked a date yet?
We're thinking about next summer, but we're still figuring out the details.
Well, whenever it is, count me in for the big day.
That means a lot to me. Thanks for your support.
Of course. Wishing you all the happiness in the world.
Call me back when you get a chance.
Hey, I tried calling you earlier, but you didn't pick up.
Sorry about that. I was in a meeting and couldn't answer. What's up?
No worries. I just wanted to discuss the project timeline. When you get a chance, can you call me back?
Sure thing. I should be free in about an hour. Is that okay?
That works for me. Just give me a call when you're ready to chat.
Will do. Anything specific you want to go over?
Just some updates and changes we need to discuss. Nothing urgent.
All right. I'll be in touch soon then.
Thanks, looking forward to it. Talk to you later.
Take care, bye for now.
Talking about health and illness.
Hey, you didn't come to work yesterday. Everything okay?
Yeah, I just had a terrible migraine. It knocked me out for the entire day.
Migraines are the worst. Did you see a doctor or take any medication for it?
I took some over-the-counter meds, but I really should see a doctor. It's been happening more frequently.
Definitely a good idea to get that checked. Health comes first. Are you feeling better today?
Somewhat better, thanks. I'm trying to drink more water and cut down on caffeine, hoping it helps.
That sounds like a solid plan. Maybe some relaxation techniques could help too. Stress often triggers migraines.
True. I've been thinking about starting yoga or meditation. Thanks for the concern, by the way.
Of course, take care of yourself. Let me know if you need any help.
Expressing obligation.
Hey, I just remembered. Aren't we supposed to attend that team meeting tomorrow morning?
All right. It completely slipped my mind. It's mandatory, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Our manager emphasized it last week. We really have to be there, especially since they're discussing the new project guidelines.
That's true. It's crucial for us to understand the new directions. Plus, I think they're also recognizing team achievements.
Exactly. I feel like we should also prepare a bit. Maybe review the last project's outcomes?
Definitely a good idea. We need to be up to date to contribute effectively. How about we meet half an hour before the meeting to go over everything?
Sounds like a plan. I'll set a reminder for us. We can't afford to miss this meeting or be unprepared.
Ability.
I heard you're signing up for the advanced coding workshop. Do you think it'll be challenging?
I think so, but I'm confident in my basic coding skills. I've been practicing a lot recently.
That's great. I've always admired your ability to pick up new tech skills so quickly.
Thanks. It takes time and effort, though. Are you thinking of joining the workshop too?
I'm not sure. I don't feel as skilled as you in coding. It seems a bit daunting.
Don't sell yourself short. You have a good foundational understanding. Plus, the workshop is designed to build on what you already know.
You think so? Maybe I should give it a try.
Definitely. And if you need help, I'm here. We can work through it together.
That sounds encouraging. All right, I'll sign up too. Let's ace this together.
It's not a big deal.
I'm sorry, I forgot to return your book last week.
It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Thanks. I've just been so busy lately.
I understand. Life gets hectic sometimes.
And I noticed I accidentally spilled coffee on your couch during the movie night.
Oh, that? It's not a big deal. I was able to clean it up easily.
You're really understanding about all this. I appreciate it.
No problem, we're friends. And these things happen. Plus, it's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
You're right. Sometimes we stress over small stuff.
Exactly. It's important to focus on the bigger picture and our friendship.
Thanks for being so understanding. I'll make it up to you.
Don't even worry about it. We're good.
Flight check-in.
Hello, I'm here to check in for my flight to Tokyo. The booking is under the name Anderson.
Good morning. Let me find your reservation. Here we are, Mr. Anderson. Are you checking any bags today?
Yes, just one suitcase.
Great, I can take that for you. Do you have your passport and boarding pass ready?
Here's my passport. I haven't got my boarding pass yet.
No problem. I'll print that for you now. Would you prefer a window or aisle seat?
An aisle seat, please. And could you tell me which gate my flight will be departing from?
Of course, you'll be departing from gate 22. Here's your boarding pass and baggage receipt. Your flight boards at 11:30 a.m., and it's recommended to be at the gate at least 30 minutes before.
Thank you. And how do I get to gate 22?
Just follow the signs to the international departures, and gate 22 will be clearly marked. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's everything. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome, Mr. Anderson. Have a safe and pleasant flight.
Food.
I tried a new restaurant downtown last night, and the food was amazing.
Really? What did you have?
I started with their seafood appetizer, and then I had this incredible lamb dish. The flavors were out of this world.
Sounds delicious. I've been meaning to explore some new places to eat. Any recommendations?
Well, you should definitely try that restaurant. It's called Savory Bites. But if you're in the mood for something more casual, there's a great taco truck by the park that I love.
I'll make a note of both. Speaking of food, have you ever tried cooking Italian at home?
Yes, I love making homemade pasta and pizza. It's fun and always tastes better than store-bought.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to join you for a cooking night sometime.
Absolutely. Let's plan it soon. Cooking together is a blast.
Go over, review or examine something carefully.
I finished the draft of the report for the upcoming meeting. Can you go over it and give me some feedback?
Of course, I'll go over it right away and provide you with my comments by the end of the day.
Thanks, your input is always valuable. I want to make sure it's as polished as possible.
No problem. I enjoy going over documents and offering suggestions to improve them.
That's why I always come to you for these things. Your attention to detail is remarkable.
I appreciate the compliment. It's important to go over reports thoroughly to catch any errors or make them more effective.
Agreed. And it's also crucial for our presentation to the board next week.
I'll definitely go over the report with that in mind. We need to make a strong impression.
Thanks again. Let's schedule a meeting to go over your feedback together before finalizing it.
Sounds like a plan. Going over it in person can be more productive.
Great, let's set it up for tomorrow afternoon.
Perfect. I'll be ready to go over the report with you then.
Long time no see.
Long time no see. How have you been?
I know it's been ages. I've been good, just keeping busy with work and stuff. How about you?
Same here. Work's been keeping me occupied too. Anything new in your life?
Well, I moved to a new apartment recently, so that's been a bit of an adventure. And I started taking up photography as a hobby.
That's exciting. Moving can be a hassle, but a new place must be refreshing. Photography sounds fun.
Yeah, it's been a nice change of pace. How about you? Any updates?
Not much, just the usual. Oh, and I adopted a puppy last month. Meet Luna.
Luna is adorable. Pets bring so much joy. It's great catching up with you. Let's not wait so long next time.
Agreed. Let's make plans soon. Good to see you.
Definitely. Take care.
Call me when you get home.
It was great catching up today. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, it's been too long. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So you'll be driving back now, right?
Yeah, I'll be hitting the road in a bit.
That's a bit of a drive. Please make sure to call me when you get home, so I know you arrived safely.
Of course, I always do. Safety first, you know.
Absolutely. It's just a peace of mind thing.
I totally get it. I'll give you a call once I'm back.
Sounds good. Drive carefully, and I'll be waiting for your call.
Thanks, will do. Take care.
You too.
Expressing disappointment.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make.
Did you hear back about the results of our team project?
Yeah, I did. We didn't get the recognition we were hoping for.
Seriously, after all the extra hours and effort we put in.
I know, it's really disappointing. The feedback mentioned we missed the mark on the innovation aspect they were looking for.
That's hard to accept. We worked so hard, and I thought our ideas were quite innovative.
Me too. I guess our approach didn't align with what they expected.
It's frustrating. We dedicated so much time to this.
Let's not let this dishearten us. We can learn from this and improve for the next project.
You're right. It's a setback, but we can use this as a learning opportunity.
Get ahead, make progress in one's career or life.
How's work been going lately? Have you been able to get ahead in your career?
It's been pretty challenging, but I'm doing my best to get ahead. I've taken on more responsibilities and started a few new projects.
That's impressive. You're really proactive about getting ahead.
Thanks, but it's not easy. I've been putting in long hours and trying to develop new skills.
It sounds like all your hard work will help you get ahead in the long run.
I hope so. I've set some clear goals for the next few years to get ahead in my field.
Setting goals is essential for getting ahead. Have you considered further education or training?
Absolutely. I'm looking into some courses that can help me get ahead in my career.
That's a great idea. Continuous learning is a fantastic way to get ahead and stay competitive.
I completely agree. I'll do whatever it takes to get ahead and achieve my ambitions.
Your determination and focus will surely help you get ahead. I have no doubt about that.
Thanks for the encouragement. It's motivating to know that others believe in my efforts to get ahead.